So any weird perception of reality is always going to be a conspiracy to somebody until it's not, until it's proven that this did exist. And a lot of evidence comes forth. Now, that was the case with Epstein Island. That was the case for many things. If you want to put pizzagate in there, right, it requires some discernment, some research, but a lot more of this, which has been covered, it hasn't been brought out into the open, to the public, to the mainstream narrative just yet. You can go into the dark web and you can find some of these footages, and it's pretty gruesome, right? I'm not saying that you should do that, but to somebody who has this chasm of what is possible, with what's within the realm of possibility of a satanic ritual, of this fallen, sinful nature that we are in with all these people that are anti-God, if this aspect of child sacrifice, of raping, of torturing kids for adrenochrome, and all these things that people have supposedly said, oh, that's some crazy nut job conspiracy. All these things are true. And so I want to make some points because there's a lot of news coming out right now, this past week, even with the Tucker Carlson stuff. There's just a lot of analysis people are doing with his recent speeches, his last segment. His last segment on Friday featured a pizza delivery hero. So this person who I think is out of Pennsylvania, who stopped the robbery, he brought him on. They ate pizza together on air. And coincidentally, that night, President Trump made an appearance at a pizza restaurant in Fort Myers, Florida, and sent pizzas to local law enforcement, right? And so the speech, he had a 50th anniversary Heritage Foundation speech, a public speech that weekend, Tucker Carlson. And even during that time, he mentioned a lot about abortion, about how it's equated to child sacrifice and all these things, right? And so there's that. And then today, or rather yesterday to today, and then ongoing, news is that a House Judiciary Subcommittee hearing today, or sometime this week, will feature the testimony from a whistleblower who will warn lawmakers that the U.S. has become the middleman in a multi-billion-dollar migrant child trafficking operation at the border. General Flynn says that 85,000 missing migrant children from what the Biden administration has said, they've lost track of this during some speech that he gave at the Lee County GOP dinner Friday night. And so all of this talk about migrants, about exposure, what Tucker knows, what this whistleblower knows, all of this is amping up for more exposure, more transparency, and to drip feed to the public what really is going on. Now, a lot of Hollywood, a lot of celebrities, a lot of these guys, they're talking about these things in code. These people have been crying wolf for a long time. You have affidavits, you have people that were kids that have said, hey, I've been raped, I have this testimony, and a lot of people just brush it under the rug. And the fact that there's so many undocumented immigrants, whether it's immigrants or just supposedly people that have never been registered as a citizen, they've just been underground or they've just been pent up in houses, they've been born, they've been raised, and you have all these kids, like a whole plethora of kids all over the world in the US, and these people have been bred to, I'm sorry to say, experience a very sad fate at a certain age, all for the sake of the rich and the people that need whatever it is that they want, pedophilia, adrenochrome, harvesting, or whatever this is, right? And so I want to say a couple of things. First of all, the border crisis, right? So what is this border crisis? This is my theory, and this is what I've heard also, and this is what I'm leaning towards. Trump has said before that he's going to catch all of the undocumented illegal immigrants and that he's going to send them back. So think about what he did for 4 years, right? He built this wall and it was incomplete in some sense. But what really happened there, I believe, is that he left some gaps, right? Before it was just this wide open, borderless place. And yet now he has certain areas that were deemed, it was unfinished. We haven't been able to construct it in time. But I believe that he could have done that. But there were certain gaps that they purposely left open so that, the customs and just border patrol people and the military, the people behind the scenes, what they're doing is they're tracking these people. So whatever they're putting on them, right? If they're giving them phones if they're giving them tracking devices, what they have to do is they're trying to get to the grassroots level. And so I believe that this massive sting operation that's happening is to get the last little bits of people. You have all of the handlers, the people that are doing transportation. You have the pimps, I guess, if you want to call them that. You have all these people that are handling everything, selling, capturing, and just being the middleman. And so whatever this man is about to say, the whistleblower, I believe that if he knows something, or if it's just a buildup to drip feed the public, there's things that we don't know that are being sponsored by the highest levels of evil, right? And they're trying to catch Trump and the team, the military. They're trying to catch all these guys. And what they've done strategically is to say, oh, we didn't get to finish. Trump had to step away, right, to allow Biden and these guys to show to the world like how corrupt and how bad these things are. And then what they're doing in the background is they're catching these tunnels, these underground spots, all of the little intricate details, right? So all the last little bits, the last mile of delivery. And so they're doing this on purpose, making it look like, oh, we don't know, we're ignorant, we need to do a lot of work, and oh yeah, 87,000, blah, 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 people, and all these things. But really, I believe what's happening is that, and I don't know that I could say that they're tracking everybody 100%, but to the degree that they have something on them, right? When you have a certain chokehold, right, through the borders, you let them go, and you're able to see it. Heat maps, maybe infrared, again, the phones, whatever tracking device you can give them. So they're trying to get to the last little bit. And in some sense, it's sad because you have to allow that to happen. People say, why don't you just stop it at the border? Why don't you just close it up? Why didn't Trump do anything before all of this? It's that you have to catch the guys in the act to, in some sad sense, commit the crime, and then you can round them up, right? And so you have the evidence, you have them caught in the act red-handed. So this has to happen. And so I believe that we're in a period right now where they're giving codes. You know, Tucker Carlson, he's not done yet, right? So whatever his next move is, he's going to be instrumental. There's a reason why this pizzagate thing, and he's also given a lot of comms, a lot of hints. You follow his Truth Social, Dan Scavino, these guys. They're saying more things about this pizzagate stuff, the pedo stuff, and just everything that's going on with this area. And so it's very disgusting in a sense, right? Epstein Island was one of the biggest stories. And then now you have all these other things that are going to come out of all of it. And I believe that we're at that time, the precipice. People have to know, and then people have to fight for that. And what unites the people is the children. What will bring a lot of people together, it doesn't matter you're left, right, whatever. I mean, it does matter in the sense that as a believer, but for many people, it won't matter for them until it comes to the nasty, disgusting wickedness of the children. And so I believe a lot of things are coming soon. Take heart. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be heart-wrenching in a sense, but it has to be done for a reason. And we have to expose these people, Hollywood, Disney, these companies, all of these people that have power, money, and they want to do what they want to appease their flesh from a biblical perspective, right? Satan, God, this whole battle. You would see with Amalek for all the way back in the day, child sacrifice, all this stuff. This is within the realm of possibility. We're not talking about some crazy, outside theory, right? But we're talking about things that if you see it, right, you see these people, the wickedness that they are, you will realize, man, that is within the realm of possibility, and I can see it. And so this is going to help, I think, unite the world. It's going to help drip feed and have everybody comprehend it better, but watch for this to increase. And so I'm very hopeful in a sense. There's a lot of clues coming out, but it's being done for a reason. And so this is the season. Just watch what happens next. Watch the subcommittee hearings and many things, but you're going to see a lot of stuff come out. So I believe it. So love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.